Smile, everybody. You're on camera. You're actually not. I'm on camera. Namaste, everyone. Atma Namaste, Christian R. Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big, beautiful, bold, audacious shout out on this Thursday evening. Hope you're doing well. It's about 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. What's up, Kelly? Kelly, I got your email. I just haven't responded, but I think we telepathically communicated the messages and the question and answer back and forth to each other. It's 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time here in Denver, Colorado on Thursday, December 28th. And I want to jump on real quick because I'm always jumping on real quick. I can't help myself. I just spent at the computer for a couple hours doing a lot of mental work, writing some emails. So I thought, let's transition it from the left side of the brain, the logical, rational side of the brain, and let's move it over to the right and the creative side of the brain. Which, by the way, when you're writing something, I'm not writing technical stuff. I'm writing, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a level of creativity, for sure. So I had a client that brought up a really good point today that I want to share with you guys that I think you might benefit from. So she asked me a very interesting question. She said, how do I know when I've learned the lesson, right? Because life is about lessons. We're constantly learning lessons. We're like in a perpetual school that never ends. So we think, hey, I'm in college and I graduate college to get my 4-year degree. I never have to read another book again. I never have to sit through another lecture again. I never have any more lessons to ever learn. I'm completely done. I can go into the workforce and conquer it and be awesome. What's up, Deepa? Atma Namaste. But that's not really true. We are constantly in a state of learning lessons on how to become a better person and how to become a better soul that never ends. Even when our bodies are sleeping, we're still learning lessons. We're still getting taught. It's called being in the inner world and being taught in the inner world. So she asked me the question today of how do I know if I've learned my lesson? And I said, look, if you have a bad situation that happens to you and you have a lot of negative feelings around it and negative thoughts around it, ask yourself very quickly, what is the lesson for me to learn here? Extrapolate the lesson, suck the lesson, the marrow out of that lesson or out of that bad situation, and then move on. Yes, you could nitpick and dissect a bad occurrence in your life and bring out hundreds of lessons from it. But what are you going to be spending most of your time meditating on? Are you going to be spending time meditating on the solution, or are you going to spend time meditating on the problem? Right? Most people on the spiritual path, because they're always talking about learning lessons, they're always talking about developing awareness, they're always talking about having higher level of understanding. There's a tendency, Zanab, there's a tendency to focus on or to meditate on, hey Carrie, Atma Namaste, what you're doing wrong. There's a tendency to focus on or meditate on what you're doing wrong. Now here's a simple question. If you meditate on problems, what do you have more of? If you meditate on what you're doing wrong, what will you most likely do more of? If you meditate on why you're not a good person, why you're not smart enough, why you're not wise enough, why you're not fit enough, why you're not happy enough, why you're not, etc., fill in the blank, what are you going to be getting more of? Those similar qualities. But if you focus on the solution, if you focus on the higher qualities of your divinity, and what are the higher qualities of your divinity? You are being of divine light, divine love, and divine power. Those are your primary qualities. So if you meditate on those things, then you become more of that, and you have more of that. What's up, Sonny? Atma Namaste. So I'll give you an example, right? I've been in lots of relationships in my life. Intimate partners, intimate relationships. Not so much now as my body has gotten older. I'm less and less and less inclined to rush into the wrong relationship. But something I would do when my relationships would end is I would sit down in front of my computer, I would put the person's name at the top, and then I would write out the lessons I learned by being in that relationship. So what are the things I did right? What are the things I did wrong? What are the things I could have done better? What are some of the things that I perceive my partner did right? I perceive my partner did wrong. I perceive my partner could have done better. And simply leaving it at that and then moving on. My last relationship, luckily for me, I was able to extract, suck out, extrapolate 40 lessons. Last I counted, what's up, Bailey? 40 lessons on how I can become a better person, a better soul, a better teacher, a better healer, a better lover, a better provider. All of those lessons I was able to extract out of it. But the challenge is, and I'm not saying I've mastered this by any stretch of the imagination, but I am getting better with it every single day, is you want to get the lessons as quickly as possible so you can move your life forward as quickly as possible, right? As Master Choa says, keep on living, keep on loving, right? Keep on living, keep on loving. So we make a mistake, we beat ourselves up a little bit. Having a little bit of remorse is okay. Having a little bit of regret is okay. Having a little bit of shame and guilt is okay, because it helps us have awareness of what to do next time and what not to do next time. But if we are constantly meditating on our shortcomings, our downfalls, our weaknesses, our limitations, our negative programs all the time, then we are simply going to keep repeating the pattern over and over and over and over and over again, right? So the goal is to help you guys move your lives forward properly and rapidly, whether that's in your physical health, that's in your relationships, that's in your finances, your spiritual growth and development, your career path, whatever is most important to you. So I remember actually, this is probably about a year and a half ago, this guy that I follow online, I like a lot of his business and marketing material. His name's Grant Cardone. And he suffered with a drug addiction from the age of 15 to 25. And then from about 35 to 40, he had a quote-unquote midlife crisis before he hit his midlife. He's 58 now. But from 35 to 40, he had a midlife crisis, and so he started to see a therapist. This is a really awesome point that I think you guys will get a lot of value at. He was seeing a therapist, and he realized, I think he saw this therapist for about 3 years, and he realized every time he would sit down with the therapist would want to drudge up or bring up his past childhood, his past traumas with his father dying at his young age, his brother committing suicide through drugs, all these other things, right? Drudging it up over and over again. So what happens? If you keep putting your awareness on the past, where does your consciousness stay? If you keep putting your awareness on the bad things that happened to you and the bad interactions you had with people, where do you stay? In the past, right? So he had this really profound insight, which I want to share with you guys. He thought to himself, you know what? I spent all this time sitting down and journaling or writing out where I was. What if, instead of sitting down and journaling and writing out where I was, what if I started to journal and write about where I want to be and where I want to go? And I thought, man, so simple, but so high level, right? Because the past is the past. You can't do anything about it. If you went through a divorce, it's over. If you went through bankruptcy, it's over. If somebody cheated on you, it's over. If you cheated on someone else, it's over. If you did a shady business deal, it's over. If somebody did a shady business deal to you, it's over. Learn the lesson, whatever the lesson is, and usually the lessons are very obvious, right? The lesson is very obvious. And then learn the lesson, then move forward. And you might say something like, well, Christian, the lesson's not obvious to me. I don't know what the lesson is. This is how you can know what the lesson is. Look at the fruit. Look at the fruit of what happened to you. Somebody cheated on you. Somebody stole money from your business. Physical health problems, right? Those are the fruits. So, staying with the metaphor of a fruit, if you look at an apple tree, that's the fruit, right? What's the seed? An apple seed. If you look at a mango tree, what's the seed? The mango seed. Mango, right? So if you look at, my partner cheated on me. So the fruit is being cheated on. What's the seed? Okay. I must have cheated on somebody. And you're going, Christian, hold on a second. I've never cheated on anyone in my entire life. And my partner, who I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with, ended up cheating on me. Okay. I'm encouraging you. You don't have to trust me. What's up, Jen? You don't have to take me at face value. Just trust me temporarily on this one. Let's say we have different lifetimes. We have a future lifetime when we leave this body, and we had previous lifetimes in other bodies. If that's the case, is it possible to go, all right, let me stretch my mind a little bit. My current partner cheated on me. I've never cheated on anyone in this lifetime, but if there are other lifetimes, is it possible that in another lifetime I cheated on my partner who caused them a tremendous amount of mental and emotional suffering and anguish, and now whatever you plant, you have to reap. So if you plant corn, you're going to get corn, not mango. If you plant tomatoes, you're going to get tomatoes, not watermelon. So if you plant the seed of infidelity, if you plant the seed of deception, if you plant the seed of cheating in a previous incarnation, then what's happening to you right now is an indicator of that karma materializing. Now, as Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui says, karma is not fatalistic. Karma is not fatalistic, meaning karma is not there to punish you. People go, oh, all these bad things are happening to me, it's my karma. Okay, that's fair. But is it also fair to say that all the good things in your life are happening because of your karma? Being born in a first world country, being able to see these live streams, being able to get spiritually fed, having the eyes and ears to absorb this information, having food in your belly, living in a safe place, right? Wouldn't those also be a manifestation of your karma? It's just your good karma, not your negative karma. But either way, karma is evolutionary in its purpose. So when you have something bad happen to you in your life, you burn off some of that karma, you learn the lesson, and now you're able to move forward more intelligently, like, wow, I'm not going to cheat on somebody again because it caused a tremendous amount of pain for me, and I must have caused a tremendous amount of pain for another person. I'm not going to cheat on anyone again. Or somebody steals money from you, or you lose money unexpectedly. All right, well, what's the lesson? Okay, somebody stole money from me, so then I must have stole money from somebody else. Okay, so I need to practice greater generosity with my finances to other people who are less fortunate than me, and I need to not steal from people. Got it. Perfect. You learn the lesson, and then you rapidly and properly move on with your life. Versus, why did this person do this to me? Am I a horrible person? Why am I such a horrible person? How come these bad things always happen to me? How come people steal from me all the time? How come people cheat on me all the time? How come? Again, as Master Choa says, whatever you meditate on, you become. I'll say that again because it's that powerful. Whatever you meditate on, you become. So if you meditate on being confused, you will get more confusion. If you meditate on not being understood by others, people will continue not to understand you. If you meditate on why you're so angry with life and angry with other people, then you will get more of that. If you meditate on why you don't love yourself, which is a big one for a lot of people, then you will get more of that. Versus meditating on love, meditating on generosity, meditating on happiness, meditating on joy, meditating on high vibrational things, meditating on harmony, meditating on peace, meditating on bliss, meditating on empowerment, meditating on strength, meditating on wisdom, meditating on understanding. You guys get the point? So learn your lesson. It's usually obvious because you just look at the fruit, trace it back to the seed. That's something you planted previously. Give thanks. Thank you for the lesson. I learned my lesson. Thank you for the lesson. I learned my lesson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will be more patient. I will be more tolerant. I'll be more generous. I'll be more loving. I'll be more whatever. And then move on as quickly as possible. Make sense? You guys follow all that? I hope you did. I'm getting ready to make some dinner. But are there any other questions, comments about what we talked about tonight? Any questions or comments? If this is your first time on the stream, feel free to throw in a comment, a question, feedback, whatever you feel is appropriate for you and what you need. Because here's the thing. The question you ask could be the same question that 5 other people have that are too afraid or too shy to ask. So by you asking, you generate a bunch of good karma for yourself and you help out a bunch of other people, right? So kind of a cool way of looking at it. So I know there's always a 10-second delay. And good old-fashioned Facebook. Think about the karma of Facebook. Allowing people to connect with each other all over the world instantaneously. It's pretty phenomenal. Also, here's kind of connecting it to Facebook, right? How many people do you know who say, oh, I hate Facebook. Facebook is intrusive. Facebook, people just post a bunch of stupid things on Facebook and Instagram, and it's ridiculous, right? So what are they meditating on? They're meditating on all the problems with Facebook. But me, what do? I meditate on how can I add value to people on Facebook? How can I connect to people and share pranic healing, practical spirituality, arhatic yoga with people all over the world in real time? Right? Do you see the difference of what I'm meditating on? That's where my energy goes versus meditating on all the problems. And yeah, do people waste time on Facebook? Absolutely. Do people abuse Facebook? Absolutely. Does Facebook have a way more personal information than a lot of us are comfortable with? Yes. But what are the benefits? What are the pluses? And that's where we should focus our attention on. Wherever you put your attention, wherever attention flows, or wherever attention flows, energy goes. What's up, pretty? Atmanamaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So that's it, guys. For anyone who's looking to have greater awareness in their lives, in any area of their life, their health, their relationships, their finances, their spiritual growth and development, because we all, including me, we all have our blind spots. Blind spots are things that are preventing us from seeing things clearly and seeing things as they are. As the blind spot is removed and light is introduced into that area of your life, you have transformation. It's super, super powerful. Think about a time in your life that you had a challenge with something. You had a problem that you were meditating on. And then you got in the presence of a friend, a family member, a mentor, a guide, an older person, somebody who had mastered that particular problem, right? So you have a car problem, and so you go to an experienced mechanic, and they go like, oh yeah, it's this. Their wisdom, their light dispels your darkness or dispels your ignorance. That's the benefit of having a spiritual teacher in your life. A true spiritual teacher, not a false guru or a false prophet or any of that, but a true spiritual teacher. They dispel the darkness in your life. So whenever you have a blind spot, there's darkness in that area. Their light will dispel that darkness, and then you'll be able to see the situation clearly. It's pretty cool. And I give all credit to Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui on that for constantly introducing me to light throughout my life. Hey, Christian, I'm a namaste to you. Yeah, girl. All right, guys. Oh, so if you're looking for help in transforming your darkness into light, go to christianrlong.com/services, christianrlong.com/services. For those of you who do not know, as of January 1st, my prices for one-on-one healings, my prices for healing packages, and my prices for the digital downloads are going up. What's up, Jennifer? Atma Namaste. So if you are looking to work with me, if you are looking to transform your life in a positive way in all areas, now is a great time to schedule a healing with me, to purchase a package of healing sessions with me before January 1st. So that's a little nugget, a little tidbit, throwing it out there for you guys. But it doesn't matter. The energy, the teachings that you get of us working together are priceless. So if it was $100,000, still worth it. What price can you put on inner peace? What price can you put on wisdom? What price can you put on understanding? What price can you put on compassion to yourself and to other people? There is no price you can put on it. There are people worth hundreds of millions and billions of dollars who inside are miserable and rotting because they haven't been taught these priceless teachings and they haven't received them, even with all the money in the world. So if you ever think money is a limiting factor, it's not. All right, guys. Thank you for sharing your energies with the group. I wish you a phenomenal, amazing Thursday night and week and life. This is Christian R. Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a beautiful everything. Atma Namaste. Bye-bye.